Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Scythe Commando. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak. Sentinel. Saboteur. Commando. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same, with the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Close encounter. Curious about what's up there? The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. shouldn't take much more. That'll teach him. Good hit. You can make something from that. Flash the slash. Chop chop. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Now that's a flesh wound. You always find good use for things like that. Grab on tight and go. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Locked, but good. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Slice him, ducks. 50% done. Pow! Right in the face. Sharp steel. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Wavu Fabube Muk Kofar.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Bilia Antuf Hikobe. Ifar Hikobo Farmo.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Ya, Sawada Mua.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Far Kobe Mako to Far Titabo. Ewe Boboye.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Ya, Sawada Mua.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Ayamu Aya Yayato.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Ayamu Aya Yetu Koreboy.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Taimis Ba Loyalu.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Kabobe Farhi Udenu Kununyofobo.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Oloi Bobo Paweg.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Tolowoya Lo Yalobatoloyo.
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his. You handle that net like you've... He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the... Oh, it'll need a One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. From one day, you can already... He says you'd better... That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and... He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every... The tree started to die when... The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, the Toxanol Corporation... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Ja, you maua, papa mofubak, farfarifyo, tuka kubu.
The road ahead won't be easy.
Luatulu maua, kim hobe be kuzata geto, koibe.
He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky... Regardless... You're getting the hang of it. quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
He's
heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected. He worries there won't be much left to save. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He can't understand why you'd do such a thing.
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously? I always thought...
And you were wrong. There's always more dark than light.
There's still time to turn...
They're already heading...
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and most... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break...
He far muk.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra bu.
He believes you share
Pai gatawa. Pilvov ug fabube. Muk kofa.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Swoon. Your key energy is too low. Hack and slash. Slash and dash. Right where it cuts. Flexity flex. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne zdatse. Paro, yaput.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. There's something about your spirit. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought. There were 6 of them. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them, he expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the The Sifu was waiting for something to tip. The myriad are too good to be true. They might believe in the greater good. Their kin must put an end to the war before war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both. Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their. Seeing you bring. He remembers your kind and unselfish. Anyway, you'll. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. That's going to leave a mark. You're on the ropes. Keep at it. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop wants you to make it a priority to come. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your... He understands Wang Fu. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says But you need practice. Lots of practice. You need to rely on those who somehow know how to teach. Those willing to bend. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He won't let anyone know you can't. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You should know. Practice makes perfect. She said she'll see you at the village square. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. You should look for things that are He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if he'd. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He understands, but hopes you won't be. He's looking. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself. She says it's not only. You've always followed your own path, but this time. She worries about you. Sometimes you get lost in your own. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. There's no way they'll let you. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Amun.
She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as
Kalino?
the most important thing.
Tate ko baba sakting.
It's time to focus on your training now.
Gendrana mala. Anora ka papum.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your popsy. He asks if you could help him too before you. He'll leave the quick part to you. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas. He's curious to see. He can work wonders with pretty much anything, and he's learned. He says it's about time you learned how, and the style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it. He agrees that he's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. Your Muma says it's about time.
Kala.
Says being
Kala. Ariaroche
she.
Asil natu pentnampusa.
But there's enough time left for.
Beri urasa tulut. Andro?
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so
Beri?
You should just.
Kanamunt. Andro?
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Yo no massa manbarut. Kamonu.
You should go.
Pala.
Reminds you that. Catchy.
Kanamunt.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little.
Mustiki muhka. Monibasa. Asadurutu. Pentnampus. Ruemuhtono.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll
Kialdo malik gendrana mala.
Your Muma says you look tired.
Kanamunta.
Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Ancora. Can see.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Cutting edge. Blow. Ching. Shot. It was harder than They've received news a Ronin, a group of Jack. You should hurry there and help them storm the out. Look, an emergency box from the old... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Wow! Personal. switched off the lights. Carving it up. Chop it up. Never know what's hiding out in the dark. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just, well, small ones. Places like... There must be a track somewhere. Let's see. It's time to create your own... Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long gone again. It's an up cleaner of unwash, the clean-cut way to unstain. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it. That's hard to come by. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Cut that one in half. The deep cut. Carving it up. All that exercise helps. This one seems to be in good spirit. Has heard that you only follow your own. Asks you. Is sad to see you're staying on this road.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with...
Sometimes your gut...
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows...
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
Nighttime is the better time for lots of things. That's a myriad tribe outpost. Right between the eyes. You might want to fall back. Wow! You're absolutely drained. Swoon. Get out of here. Slash and dash. Says you... Oh, think what you could do. The Vespidut outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Says you need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as... Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. Spot wrecked it. Give those twirly wheels a turn. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Wishes there was another way. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch kaboom. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Skuni.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon.
Skuni.
Says you're lucky. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up.
Boyobut pai gatawa tolu gata koyetu koreboy yudnu far kobe makoto far titaba.
That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Koyetu koreboy ikamaperna.
He says the time has come to confront the Porkypuff at the end of the east route.
Nuekek ujbar no barke.
Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater.
Vunko vunturbo fabobe mok kofar.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help. Can you navigate by starshine? The day is dawning.
Mashallah, mol.
Says the Tree of Life.
You get you.
Says you'll meet again.
Bilala, hola, mol. Raki dilada.
Glad to find someone who sees the world for the disaster it already is. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. Let's see.